this sounds, in this day and time, this sounds crazy. If he had a really chastised or um, kind of rebuked Eve. Hello and welcome back. This is Christopher, the boy dad. I hope everyone has been having a good day, a good week. Again, I am back to encourage you as men, as husbands, as fathers, as future husbands, as future fathers. Today, I want to talk about the consequences of listening to your spouse or your helpmeet when they aren't aligned with God. So, continue to watch this video. Thank you for checking it out. If you like it, click the like button. If you find this helpful, drop a comment down below. If you like the content that I've been putting out, please subscribe or follow. I appreciate it. Let's jump right into it, okay? We're going to come out of Genesis chapter 3. I'm going to start in verse number 17, okay? Then to Adam he said, because you have heeded the voice of your wife and have eaten from the tree of which I commanded you, saying, you shall not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for your sake. In toil you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you, and you shall eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of your face you shall eat bread, till you return to the ground, for out of it you were taken. For dust you are, and to dust you shall return. So, the first point I'm going to talk about today is God gave you a helpmeet or a helper in your spouse, in your wife. Or if you're just a man with a girlfriend and the girlfriend that you're with is, or your fiance is literally your potential wife. You're not just playing around. You're literally courting her, want to get married to her. She's your helpmeet or helper. If she's aligned with God, everything that she should say or do should always point you to God. There are consequences whenever we listen to our spouses and they are not helping or lying to us. We can see this right here in Adam. So this first point is, as men, we need to listen to our spouses because they're literally our helpmeets. But we only need to listen to them or heed them whenever they are being helpful and led by God. We can see that Adam had consequences that he would have not had at all if he had to listen to God. He had a heeded God. And then this sounds, in this day and time, this sounds crazy. If he had a really chastised or kind of rebuked Eve, we can even see this in Job. So if you're not a Bible reader, read the chapter of Job. Read the book of Job. Job was, I say, tempted. Job was, God allowed Satan to, in a way, tempt Job to see if he would blaspheme or give up on God. He took everything except for his wife. And in that book, his wife even told him, why don't you just curse God and die? So in that book, Job didn't heed his wife. He actually said, no, God has been too good to me. God has, he's done everything for me. I know that I've lost my cattle. I've lost my family. I lost my children. I lost everything except for my wife. I am not going to curse God because God is the giver and the taker of everything. So if he allowed something to be taken, I know he can give it back to me as well. So in this verse, Adam, because he listened to his wife, had paid really a terrible price for the sin that he did. Curse the ground for your sake, and toil you shall eat of it all the days of your life. But thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you, and you shall eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of your face you shall eat bread, He returned to the ground. So God never intended for Adam to go through hard, strenuous labor or hard, strenuous work. God wanted him to till the garden, but he knew that if he tilled the garden, that he would produce and multiply what was already good. But he didn't have to do hard work to till the garden. You got to think, before the fall, there weren't really any bad things. There weren't really weeds like we see in our gardens now. There weren't really any pests per se in the garden or in existence then. So Adam didn't have to really do a lot of hard work, or didn't have to do hard work at all. He had to till the garden, which God already had planted everything that was beautiful, that was pleasant to eat. All he had to do was just not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So I know I said it again. I'm going to write it here so you got it. Number one, listen to your spouse when she is in line with God. Okay? That's the first thing. We should always, God gave us a helper for a reason, but she should be helping us, not hindering us. Okay? Number two, and Adam, the number two thing, I'm going to read it though. Adam called his wife named Eve because she was the mother of all living. Also for Adam and his wife, Lord God made tunics of skin and clothed them. Then the Lord God said, behold, the man has become like one of us to know good and evil. Now lest he put out his hand and take also the tree of life and eat and live forever. Therefore the Lord God sent out of the Garden of Eden to till the ground from which he was taken. So he drove out the man and placed the cherubim at the east of the garden, and the flaming sword was turned every way to guard the way to the tree of life. Literally, because Adam listened to his wife and didn't heed God's instructions, the second thing that he kind of messed up on was he missed out on living in a perfect place. So follow God's command no matter what. Because if you don't follow them, you'll see here, they missed out on the perfect living situations. Then even if you see, he said God made tunics of skin and clothed them. Like something had to die for him to make tunics of skin. Some animal had to die. Because of the sin or because of the wrong that Adam and Eve did, something had to die. Before then, there was no death. We have to understand that if we don't make the right decisions, we don't heed to what God says in his word, and we listen to our spouses when they aren't aligned with God, we are going to work harder than we should, and something's going to have to die in our life. So the two things just for this video: listen to your spouse when she is in line with God. If she isn't in line with God, baby, I love you, but that's not of God. Okay. Number two, follow God's commandments no matter what. I don't care if the fruit looks good. I don't care if it smells good. I don't care if this sounds too good to be true. It's probably too good to be true. If you do it, something is going to die in your life. Okay. This is a really quick lesson, a really quick video. If you have any comments, drop them down below. If you like this video, click the like button. I will see you in the next video. I appreciate y'all checking it out. Everyone stay blessed.